economists and business leaders with a new frame of reference. And many of you are still sorting through next steps. But all of you leave more equipped to be continual learners, bold leaders, and engaged citizens, to be intellectually curious in a manner that encourages you to be problem solvers, relationship builders, authentic human beings seeking to better yourself and our world. Congratulations and God's blessings to the class of 2020.
I feel like I should go ahead and offer you some assurance that God can hear you even through music over the loudspeakers with that whole invocation thing. I think it still happens, although I will say that I do believe country music does add a degree of difficulty to much of life, but that's a different sermon for a different day. So in another lifetime, I used to lead long-distance cycling trips. I would gather students from Arkansas State University where I worked, and we would take off a week every summer, and we would ride a few hundred miles through Ohio or North Carolina or Alabama, which, by the way, people in Alabama completely lose their ability to operate a vehicle when they see a bicycle on the road. Just be warned. The most daring trip, though, we took in all those years was one from Albuquerque, New Mexico, back to campus at Jonesboro, Arkansas. And it was on that trip that I heard what may be the most honest prayer of my lifetime. We were just about to cross into the Texas Panhandle when we hit a stretch of road that was covered with these nasty little goat head thorns. And these things were murder on bicycle tires. So we had something like 7 flats within an hour. And just when we thought we were going to get back on the road and get beyond this stretch, sure enough, I look up and one of our seniors, a guy named Blake, is riding ahead of the group, and he catches one of those thorns too. And I ride up to him just as he gets off his bike and squeezes his flat tire, lifts up his bicycle in frustration with no idea I am there, throws the bicycle into the ditch and screams out, "You have got to be kidding me!" And that, my friends, is the liturgical prayer for the year 2020. So there are prayers in the Bible that are similar in theme. One of them is from Psalm 120. It goes like this. I'm in trouble. I cry to God, desperate for an answer. Deliver me from the liars, God. They smile so sweetly but lie through their teeth. Do you know what's next? Can you see what's coming, all you barefaced liars? Pointed arrows and burning coals will be your reward. I am doomed to live in Meshach, cursed with a home in Kedar. My whole life lived camping among quarreling neighbors. I am all for peace, but the minute I tell them, they go to war. Wow, that's uplifting. Hang with me just a second. This is a pilgrim psalm. This is a psalm for people on the move, on a journey. It was sung by travelers on their way to Jerusalem for one of the holy festivals. But it's not a happy song. It's not happy at all. In fact, it's a complaint. I am doomed to live among unreasonable and violent people, Lord. I'm stuck with a bunch of liars who are pretty on the outside, but they're still liars. The times that I live in, they are not providing me a world that I think should be a certain way. But the people that do all these things, the liars, they prosper. And yet, here I am, the only one that cares about peace and truth, and that makes me an outsider, and I don't fit in at all. Now, this is not the person that you want in your tent when you go on a camping trip. They're not happy with anything, it doesn't seem. But what he or she is, whoever the poet is that wrote this psalm, is honest. The world is not as we wish it would be. How else do you explain such a graduation as this, held on, of all things, September 27th? I'd love to stand before you graduates with a rah-rah speech about how your future is so bright and rosy and full of rainbows, and I hope that it is, but that's not the whole story. You know that. That's not the state of things. You've already left college and entered a world that is full of uncertainty, lies, denial, and anxiety, and there's no good in pretending that it's other than what it is. Your generation has got some big problems to address. You might as well own up to them. You might as well stare them down. That's what Psalm 20 is all about, seeing it honestly. But honest vision is not the same as despair. The poet may complain to his neighbors about the sorry state of the world, but he makes his complaint to God and therefore implies that there's hope, that life won't always be this way, that there's another and better future. To get there will require us to leave comfort and safety behind us, but having the courage to step forward, to step out into whatever the journey calls us to. That's the task before us. That's our necessity. We have to be able to see the world honestly, but we have to be able to enter it hopefully. I am a short-term pessimist, okay? It comes with being a baseball fan. I'm a short-term pessimist. I don't know how long this pandemic dumpster fire is going to burn, but I'm a long-term optimist. I do believe that today we are beginning a journey with God that ultimately leads to God, that we will see goodness and peace in this world as we travel. And I hope that by God's grace, we will be blown away by the good things that we find, more so even than by the train wreck that we've experienced over the last few months. So be honest about the way things are. Don't shy away from that. But be hopeful about where they're going. And may the days be short until our hopes are realized for a better world. So finally, we can say in honest prayer, in wonder, are you kidding me? Wow, we made it.
Commencement celebrates the attainment of academic degrees and, more importantly, the knowledge and abilities that we are confident a degree from Dakota Wesleyan represents. Commencement is also a time of formality and tradition. The costumes that the faculty and university officers wear today are known as Regalia and connect the academy to its long history. Robes and hoods denote degrees, braids and pins indicate honors, while colors identify academic disciplines and university alma maters. This ceremony commemorates your growth and accomplishment as both students and human beings. We thank all who are gathered here today in recognition of the graduating class of 2020.
Our purpose in gathering here today is to recognize the exemplary achievements of all of our graduates. We also gather to celebrate something that is at the very core of Dakota Wesleyan University, and that is relationships. We would normally hold a baccalaureate service with the opportunity of remembering and celebrating our relationship with our Creator. This year, we are integrating the elements of our baccalaureate service into commencement, enabling us to better recognize and celebrate the nurturing and sustaining relationships that have developed between students and faculty, and between students and staff members during students' individual journeys at Dakota Wesleyan. Earlier this year, we asked graduating seniors to identify the faculty or staff member who has played a particularly significant role in their Dakota Wesleyan University experience. The individual they identified will present them with an academic hood in today's ceremony. This ritual draws on the long academic tradition of bestowing hoods upon the graduates in recognition of their accomplishments and as a way of acknowledging these critical relationships. Many graduates requested that they be hooded by more than one faculty or staff member. Because we recognize these sorts of relationships as standing at the heart of the Wesleyan experience, we take the fact that so many students made this request as evidence that perhaps we're doing something right. For long after hoods and honor cords have been packed away and college GPAs have slipped from memory, it is the relationships that you have developed at Dakota Wesleyan that will sustain you and nurture you. At this time, we will begin the recognition of our graduates. As we do this, we invite students to come to the stage, give your name to Dr. Reut. You will be hooded by the faculty member and then receive the diploma before going over to get your photo taken. When your photo is taken, you do have permission to remove your mask. Today as well, we want to recognize 3 students who are part of our Life Quest program. It has been a joy to watch all 3 of these young men develop increased self-confidence, self-motivation, and independence while attending the DWU Life Quest program. Each participant was employed while earning their certificate, and simultaneously, they strengthened their employment and self-care skills through their DWU courses, their Life Quest courses, their volunteer work, extracurricular activities, and community work experiences. Each of these young men were also very generous with their time while in the program, spending 3 to 4 hours a week volunteering. Wesley Baumiller. Wesley's self-confidence and self-esteem grew while in the program. He appreciated his independence and doing his things on his own. Each day, Wes looked forward to practice with the men's basketball team, where he participated as a student team assistant. Congratulations, Wesley. Jamin Leonard. Jamin has a great work ethic and attention to detail. He is extremely dedicated and was often seen on campus wearing his DWU Tiger, Dallas Cowboy, or Armor Packer attire. Jamin is a loyal and committed young man to the things and people he loves. Congratulations, Jamin. Peyton Utek. Peyton is an extremely generous young man and is always willing to assist others. His genuine interest in others made him a great classmate and volunteer. His upbeat personality and smile were infectious on campus. It is hard to be in a bad mood when you're around Peyton. Congratulations, Peyton. You're welcome.
We will now begin conferring degrees. Graduates will be called in order of the program. Following each degree section, we will read the names of the graduates who were unable to attend today's ceremony. President Novak, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates here assembled, having successfully completed programs of study offered by Dakota Wesleyan University and having been recommended by the faculty and Board of Trustees, are qualified in all respects to be awarded appropriate degrees in recognition of their academic accomplishments. Will the candidate for the Associate of Science degree please stand and proceed to the stage? Bethany Abigail Miller.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University and the State of South Dakota, I do hereby confer upon you an associate degree according to the department in which you have qualified, with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Congratulations to our Associate of Science degree recipient.
Will all candidates for bachelor degrees proceed to the stage as your row is dismissed by the junior marshals? President Novak, I have the privilege of presenting those candidates who, upon completion of all degree requirements, are qualified in all respects for a bachelor degree. Please hold your applause until all degrees have been conferred. We will begin with the Bachelor of Arts graduates. Danielle Marie Geis, cum laude. Jillian Sierra Osman. Sydney Mae Fritz. Colin Joseph Helget. Luke Daniel Loudenberg. Anthony Joseph Fontenot. Ryan Lyle Chase, summa cum laude. Leslie Crystal Arias Lopez. Jocelyn Marie Beam. Hunter James Bergland. Kelsey Ray Bookman, summa cum laude. John Gage Pemberton. Brady Scott Schletter. Christina Caroline Rendell. Frankie K. Marie Ross. Renee Montiel. Jared M. Montoya. Alyssa Nicole Garcia. Sydney Nicole Heyman. Samantha Ann Schaefer, magna cum laude. Rex Elliott Slish. Crystal Isabel Villalvezo. Nicholas Jerome Walker. Mckenna Rogers, summa cum laude. Jalen Dean Larson. Brittany Danelle Flood.
I will now recognize the Bachelor of Arts graduates who were unable to attend today's ceremony. Stephanie Banuelos, Kelsey Leah Bauer, Logan Michael Bush, Matthew Cale Davis, Aaron Eric Ayler, Jaden Leah Engels, Christopher Michael Gunvaltson, Courtney Ann Hansen, Reed Glenn Holden Harder, summa cum laude, Zachary Richard Harder, summa cum laude, Jacob Daniel Hinker, Mitch Alexander Johnson, summa cum laude, Kelly Aaron Kidweiler, Sorababel Rojo Lopez, Melissa Monet Ortega, Zachary J. Sadler Reihard, Morgan May Tuttle, Antonio Miguel Vega, Brevin Michael Wagner. The Bachelor of Arts recipients may now be seated. Congratulations.
We will now continue with the Bachelor of Science graduates. Benjamin James Gustad. Tyler David Wagner, magna cum laude. Brianne Ray Brandenburg, magna cum laude. Emily Rose Brunsing, summa cum laude. Kennedy Lee Cheeseman, cum laude. Zachariah Gores, summa cum laude. Jill Marie Rickey, summa cum laude. Danielle Ray Schenefeld, magna cum laude. Sarah Ann Lavelle Carr, cum laude. Hannah Prescott Cerconi, magna cum laude. John Hollis McEnroy, summa cum laude. Michaela Elizabeth Street, summa cum laude. Brianna Ray Couch. Carly Pauline Eggleston. Madison Rose Gray. Catherine Jean Loveland. Brianna Jean Opitz. Macy Marie Robertson. Johanna Marie Jensen. Rita Lynn Going, with distinction. Carla Lorraine Lawrenson, with distinction. Courtney Ann Markley. Katina Sandall. Haley Marie Thomas. Michelle Lorraine Johnson, summa cum laude. Michelle Marge Bashin, summa cum laude. Brittany Elizabeth Bergquist, cum laude. Mason Allen Decker, cum laude. Michaela Nicole Karst, magna cum laude. Caleb Dean Larson. Jenna Mardell Vandenhoek. Emmanuel Begba Christopher. Tainer Benjamin Denhode, summa cum laude. Matthew James Mason. Oscar Javier Molina. Samuel Evan Weller. Tyler Randall Larson. Lucas Lee Merrill, summa cum laude. Joshua Alex Feiner. Tristan David Techmeyer, cum laude. Noah Arthur Vetras. Ty Mitchell Hoagland, cum laude. Parker Stephen Evans. Haley Grace Johnson, magna cum laude. Alexis Noel Conda, cum laude. Kennedy Elise Mucky, magna cum laude. Aubrey Lynn Rabenberg. Morgan Elaine Sexer, cum laude. Devin Lynn Spindler. Zachary Owen Triber, cum laude. Cooper Jake Williams, summa cum laude. Mallory Lori Cooper, magna cum laude. Derek Eldon Leiferman. Jared Lee Rabenberg, magna cum laude. Luke Scott Woodall, cum laude. Colin Jean Kramer. Samuel Norman McLeod. Emily Ann Hansen, summa cum laude.
I will now recognize the Bachelor of Science graduates who may be joining us online but were unable to attend today's ceremony. Carly Albertina Anderson with distinction. Kyle William Bailey. Chandler Cole Bakley. Jennifer Louise Bartel, magna cum laude. Amanda Margaret Belding. Mindy May Bowling. Nicholas Tyler Brunette. Kelsey Ray Buchman, summa cum laude. Enrique Cajero. Hannah Emily Capco, cum laude. Lucas Michael Chase, magna cum laude. Amber Jean Clark. Jacqueline Louise Clausen. Radonda Marie Davis. Colton Llewellyn Fast. Rebecca Ann Frick. Ethan Cole Gauke. Karen Lynn Gilbert-Nield, with distinction. Parker Vaughn Getch. Peyton Renee Getch. Sierra Jean Grayson, with distinction. Emily Grace Hansen. Sierra Dawn Harkuma, magna cum laude. Kayla Marie Harrison. Ralph V. Helmuth, magna cum laude. Erica Ann Henrick, magna cum laude. Elise M. Jacobson, cum laude. Brandon James Johnell. Kristen Michelle Jennings. Marcus Ellen Johnson. Mitch Alexander Johnson, summa cum laude. Sarah Ann Johnson, with distinction. Andrea Marie Kunz, summa cum laude. Christina Renee Crook. Kiana Jean Kutka, cum laude. Jenny Leota Manigold. Laura K. Manwaran, with distinction. Morgan Lynn McDonald. Jerika Janae Menninger, cum laude. Alan Murtick. Mai T. Wynn. Nathan Frederick Peters. Laura Elizabeth Peterson, with distinction. Taylor Suzette Pistolka. Morgan Marie Renshaw, magna cum laude. Tiffany Jane Shell, magna cum laude. Daisy Suzanne Scott. Emily Dawn Sharkey, cum laude. Tatiana Anatolinube Shinker. Brandon Alexander Slama. Michael Marie Smith, cum laude. Krista Lucille Stenger, cum laude. Taylor Elaine Stutz. Austin Michael Tilton. Karen Jean Vierek, with distinction. Chantel Dela Westberg, cum laude. Cameron Ellen Whitstruck, cum laude. Janelle Ann Woolman. Will all the bachelor degree recipients, including the Bachelor of Arts degree and the Bachelor of Science, please stand? By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University and the State of South Dakota, I do hereby confer upon you a bachelor degree according to the department in which you have qualified, with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Will the recipients of a bachelor degree please move their tassels from the right to the left side of their mortarboards, officially signifying their graduation? Will you please join me in congratulating the bachelor degree recipients?
may be seated.
Will all candidates for the master's degree please proceed to the stage as directed by the junior marshals? President Novak, I have the privilege of presenting those candidates whom, upon completion of all degree requirements, are qualified in all respects for the degree of Master of Arts, Master of Athletic Training, and Master of Business Administration. Joshua Ray Ristad. Jason Henry Allen Spicer. Eric Lamont Terrell Jones. Alexandra Ann Jones. Carter Douglas Brewster. Jeffrey Allen Riggert. Carrie Christine Sinal.
I will now recognize the master's degree graduates who are unable to attend today's ceremony. Master of Arts, Isaac Ezekiel Andrade. Dakota James Bowden. Benjamin Morris Gannon. Natasha Elaine Lindy. Chelsea Mazzola. Jorgen Lee Munson. Russell Quinn Pick. Kyle Pryor. Cole Scott Ratterman. Kevin A. Tracy. In the Master of Athletic Training, Turner David Sir. In the Master of Business Administration, Cameron James Anderson. Melissa H. Dieter. Brody Keaton Hyde. Jeffrey Stephen Ozon. Stephen Joshua Pearson. Christopher James Riddle. Benjamin Michael Smith. Adriana Holly Sprackle. Alyssa Joe Stemper. Jennifer Michelle Tyler. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of the University and the State of South Dakota, I do hereby confer upon you the degree Master of Arts and Master of Business Administration and Master of Athletic Training, according to the department in which you have qualified, with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. Please join me in congratulating the master degree recipients. Will all graduates please rise and switch your tassels? All of you? Bachelors, masters, everyone? Up. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of the class of 2020. You may be seated. At this time, we have two special presentations. Mckenna Rogers and Zach Gore, seniors at Dakota Wesleyan, were named this year's Miss Wesleyan and Scotchman on Friday, April 24th. These are the distinguished awards of the university. The tradition of selecting a Ms. Wesleyan dates back to 1929, and the title honors a senior woman who best represents the spirit of Wesleyan and the ideal of sacrifice or service. The Scotchman title honors a senior man who represents these same high ideals. The Scotchman title comes from the first line of the school song, The Scotchman. The titles of the Scotchman and Ms. Wesleyan represent the highest honors bestowed upon graduating seniors at Dakota Wesleyan. The awards take into account academic achievement, character, and contributions students make to Dakota Wesleyan University and the broader community. This year, the university selected the 91st Ms. Wesleyan and the 82nd Scotchman. Mckenna Rogers is a native of St. Michael, Minnesota, and was a digital media and design major with concentrations in graphic and web design. Rogers minored in math and business, and she excelled in the classroom, having made the university's Dean's List 7 consecutive semesters. Rogers was a member of the DWU cross country and track teams and was elected captain by her teammates and coaches. She served as a student ambassador and conducted campus tours for prospective students. She was also a member of the Student Ministry Council, where she served as chairperson for the SHARE team and handled the group's marketing and promotion efforts. She was also involved with Student Senate and the Business Club. Upon graduation, Rogers accepted a job with Innovative Systems in Mitchell. One of her nominators remarked, "The very first time I met Mckenna, I knew she was going to be the epitome of a DWU student. She's hardworking, compassionate, and a natural leader. These qualities have shone brightly through her time here at DWU. Her positive attitude, creativity, goal-oriented drive can be seen in anything she does." And Rogers commented, "My whole experience at Dakota Wesleyan has been about forming a bond and support system with the campus and the Mitchell community as a whole. Having the opportunity to connect with people from every part of the campus, from peers to donors to board members to faculty and staff, has truly opened doors for me. It has helped me feel confident in my ability to apply and grow my strengths in the classroom, in church, and in society." Join me in congratulating Mckenna Rogers as this year's Miss Wesleyan. Mckenna, we're going to ask you to come on up here. Zach Gores of T, South Dakota, was an elementary education major. He is currently working as a teacher in the T school district. Gores has embraced the challenge of transitioning from remote learning and took his experiences with him as he began his job as a 4th grade teacher at T Area Legacy Elementary School. Gores was a member of the DWU football team and provided veteran leadership during his senior season. Zach was also actively involved on campus, serving as a student ambassador, resident assistant, and community tutor for area students. He served on the executive team for Student Ministry Council, both as secretary and as student body president. Zach also served as vice president of the Phi Kappa Phi Honor Society, and Gores was a member of the lead team for Fusion United Methodist Church on the DW campus. As part of the Elisha project started by the Dakotas Conference of the United Methodist Church, Zach served as an Elisha intern for the Dakotas Conference and Student Ministry Council under the direction of campus pastor Eric Van Meter. He was active volunteer in the community and surrounding areas, as well as at several youth camps, the Big Brother, Big Sister program in Mitchell, and he lent his time to several university and community events. His nominator remarked, "Zach was DW's version of Captain America. Strong, honest, and unwilling to accept less than the best he or his team could offer. He was an athlete, a leader, a caring friend, a mentor, a good student, a faithful disciple, and a creative designer. In short, Zach embodied everything we hope in our students." Zach remarked, "My experiences at Dakota Wesleyan have provided me with critical avenues and helped to establish valuable connections and personal relationship. Faculty and staff have encouraged and ignited the gifts, passions, and callings within me that I wasn't even able to see in myself. These sacrifices, what the coaches and professors and teammates have done for my success, means more than words could possibly communicate." Please join me in congratulating Zach Gores as the 2019-2020 Scotchman. At this time, I'd like to invite Jory Hansen forward. He is the Director of Development and Alumni Relations, for a few remarks as we welcome you to the Alumni Association of Dakota Wesleyan.
Good afternoon. As Amy mentioned, I'm Director of Development and also a graduate of the class of 2007. On behalf of the Dakota Wesleyan Alumni Office, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the Tiger Alumni family as the next step in your journey. The beginning of this journey started with a decision that included a number of factors: major, athletic or fine arts interest, the close-knit community feel on campus, the potential to be involved in different activities, and many more. Regardless of why you chose to attend the institution, we all now have something in common: the DW experience, and we are all now part of a special group of more than 8,000 people across the country and across the world. Becoming an alum is not the end of the journey, it's simply a milestone. No matter where life takes you, a career in business, an educator, a career in healthcare, a church or community leader, you will be Dakota Wesleyan University alumni for a lifetime. Now, when traveling across the country to meet with Dakota Wesleyan University alumni from different eras, I've had the privilege of hearing how impactful DWU has been for so many as a building block for personal and career growth. I've seen alumni in tears as they describe the impact that Dakota Wesleyan has had in their life, and I've seen alumni pay it forward by establishing scholarships so that the next generation of students can have the same experience that you've had over the past 4 years. That, friends, is why Dakota Wesleyan is special. Over the past semester, Tigers Together has been a common theme in the midst of an unprecedented semester. Tigers Together did not end the minute you walked across the stage. You have created countless memories and relationships along the way. These relationships with classmates, faculty and staff, and many others will live beyond today and throughout your life. As part of the Alumni Office, one of the main goals that we have is to stay connected with you. We enjoy learning of and celebrating your personal and career wins along the way. We look forward to sharing your stories with other alumni, and we hope that you stay connected with us through attending various events throughout the course of the year, reading the alumni newsletter and the Wesleyan Today, and staying connected through our social media feeds. Congratulations to you all, our newest alumni. Your fellow alumni and the campus community as a whole are proud of you, and we're cheering for you.
I now invite Danielle Geis forward to the podium to lead us in the Scotchman. Would you please stand?
On behalf of Dakota Wesleyan University, I thank you for supporting and celebrating the graduates of the class of 2020. As we end our ceremony, please allow all graduates to recess to the South Plaza before exiting your cells. Then, please join us on the South Plaza for light refreshments. And I now invite Reverend Eric Van Meter to the podium for the benediction.
May God, who began this good work in you, carry it through to its completion. May God give you the grace to be faithful to your commitments, always confident in the support of those that love you. May God bless you with discomforted, easy answers, half-truths, and superficial relationships, so that you will live deep within your heart. May God bless you with the foolishness to think that you can make a difference in this world, so that you will do the things which others say cannot be done. May integrity be the gift of the may be your gift to the world. May the Spirit of God be with you now and always. Go in peace and take care of each other.